you doing? Thanks very much for tuning in, and I hope you're having a good week. I'm at the family home here in Tilba, and the other day I just got a new rack of guitars. So I wanted to circle through them, introduce you to them, play a few songs that I usually play at the gigs on a different instrument, and play a few new songs that I don't usually play at the gigs because I don't have these instruments. So this first one that I'm playing is obviously electric guitar. I got this a couple years ago. There was an old musician in this area that I'm from on the south of New South Wales, and he used to play a lot of the community concerts around here. He was a friend of my parents and a friend of the school where I grew up, and a lot of the early gigs that I would go to, he would be fronting the band and will have pulled the band together and was playing a lot of his great songs and was playing a lot of classic songs from other bands that I knew. So sadly he passed away sort of 10 years ago or so, and this guitar went to a few different friends from the area, and a couple of years ago a friend of mine was selling it and I was looking for an electric guitar because I always enjoyed playing it even though I didn't often have the opportunity. And so yeah, I picked this up. It's a G&L sort of, it's Leo Fender's sort of, I guess his modern Telecaster copy. But anyway, I hope you're doing well, and thank you as always for tuning into these sessions. It's great to see you from different parts of the world. We got Tom and Lynn from Atlanta, Georgia, Marianne from Washington, DC. We've got lots of people across Canada, it looks like, and different parts of Australia and New Zealand. I know last time we even had a gentleman from Sweden tuning in at 3 a.m. So I'm not sure, I think it was Eric. I don't know if he's gonna come in again, but welcome if you are. I'm gonna start off with a Mark Knopfler song that I learnt from my dad when I was little. And I played it at most of the gigs these days. You'll probably recognize it. It's called Fade to Black. So welcome to Connection Session number 6, and happy listening to you all. Wonder where you are tonight. Probably on a rampage somewhere. You have been known to take your flight and getting to somebody's hair. You always had the night to fade to black. I bet you already made a pass. I see a dark room somewhere. Run your finger around the tip of his glass and brush it all down into his head and scrape across his back to fade to black. So maybe it's all for the best, but I wish I'd never been last week. Maybe some kind of test, but I wish I'd never been tattered up, been to hell and back to fade to black. Wonder where you are tonight. Probably on a rampage somewhere. Happy known to take your flight. Getting to somebody's hair. You always had the knack to fade to black. You always had the knack to fade. So that's a Mark Knopfler song. I think it's from the Dire Straits album On Every Street, which was the second one, I believe. I remember listening to that album. My mum is a big Mark Knopfler fan and big Dire Straits fan, and I remember her having that album around the house and listening to that as a kid and as a teenager. Welcome Julie, welcome Sandra, tuning in from Edmonton. Saw the show in Maple Creek a long time ago. I remember that show in Maple Creek, Saskatchewan. Bit of an issue with my pickup to this guitar. G'day Tom. G'day Ian. This is a song from my very first album. I wrote this in Vancouver, the first trip I was playing in Canada. I had a couple festivals and then a lot of downtime in between, and I spent a lot of it in Vancouver, staying at a backpackers just off Grantsville called the Samson. Not sure if it's still there. G'day the Wymangers, welcome. Hope you're doing good. Got half a hand still hanging from a heart I couldn't hold. Got an iron will lying by the door of the girl I used to know. She circles like a raven round the ragged edge of time, with the deepest of pain trailing away with my mind. And we both go tearing down the boulevard with our hearts on show, and we both throw our world for believing, 'cause it's leaving and it's all we know. There ain't an angel that could take me from the light I see. A startled satin lady with her eyes on me in a watered down whiskey stare. She waits for dancing in the misty midnight city square. I fall for that chance, so we both go tearing down the boulevard with our hearts on show, and we both throw our world for believing, 'cause it's leaving and it's all we know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Always falling on my soul. I try to fight your charms, but let's not weep for loss. Let's not speak while we cross. Girl, let's dream tonight like life forgot a secret in the dark. Got half a hand still hanging from a heart I couldn't hold. Got a witch's spell chasing for truth beneath each tale I'm told. And I used to know this mirrored maze. I walked it as a child. So many things around here change in the face of time's trial, where we both go. Tearing down the boulevard with our hearts on show, and we both throw our world for believing, 'cause it's leaving and it's all we know. We both go. Tearing down the boulevard with our hearts on show, and we both throw our world for believing, 'cause it's leaving and it's all we know. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Oh. So that's a song called Secret in the Dark. It's from the very first album. G'day, Mark is tuning in from Sisters, Oregon. I was at a show the other year in Eugene. I remember that show. It was at the Hybrid Cafe. This is a Cole Clark guitar, which is the same company that makes the guitar that I usually play. This one's a little bit different. I think it's kind of unique. It's the first one they did totally in mahogany, which is traditionally used by Martin for like the kind of quieter, warmer guitars. And I got this guitar when I first moved to America, so that would have been, I was 25. That would have been 10 years ago. I'm 35 now. And I moved to the US, and I basically moved there just because there's a lot more places to play. I love Australia, and I really love playing music around here. But obviously after, 10 years or so doing that, I wanted to see some other places and play to other people. So I went to the US and I set up in Nashville. That was where my manager was and where sort of the few people I knew in America lived. And obviously it's a big town for lots of music. So Nashville seemed like a good spot. And I started touring around. And early on when I was touring over there, I did a lot of work for Cole Clark, the guitar company. They're from Australia. And they were sort of really just starting to break into the US market, they would say. And so a lot of what I did was I was traveling around with the US rep for them and just playing lots of in-stores, doing lots of guitar demos. And we had probably 10 or 15 of their guitars. And we'd set them up on a rack and I'd go through them and do the demo and show each guitar off to the audience. And this one was my favorite, and it was the first one they'd made out of mahogany. And at the end of the tour, sort of instead of getting paid a little bit, I got this guitar. So it was a special one. Sometimes I take it on the road now as a bit of a spare. Fortunately, I haven't had to use it. But just the other night, I guess the Friday before last Friday, I played a very special show down here in Candelo, which is a small town near where I grew up and where I live now. And it was a special show playing with some people I grew up with. I played with Kim Churchill, so he's somebody that I grew up with, and we have the same guitar teacher and played a lot growing up. And then there were some other artists that were from this area who were a bit younger than us, who have gone on to do other things sort of outside of the valley. And we played a special show just on stage in a round all together, playing our favourite songs of ours and some different songs that we thought would fit the theme of coming home. But this was a song that was written by that same guy that I mentioned earlier. And it's called Margarika Moon. So Margarika is about 20 minutes from where I live. And it's there's a town called Tathra, which a lot of people know. And there's a bridge over to Margarita, which is on the other side of this bay, and it's sort of where the bigger river meets the Pacific Ocean, and there's a big lagoon. And so this song was written by Jim Lay, who was the guy whose guitar that I was just playing. And it's a song about sort of, I guess a lot of people here have moved from the city and fall in love with the peace and quiet and sort of leaving the bustle alone or behind. And I heard this song as a kid, and it always just sort of stuck in my mind. And so it was great to relearn it, to play at that concert the other night. So it's called Margarita Moon. It's in open D tuning. Hey Casey. Casey's from Seattle. It's great to see lots of different people in the US tuning in, and of course Canada. I put out a note yesterday for the Canadians that we're ambitiously planning a tour next year. And it's going to be probably just in Western Canada. It'll be 6 weeks, mostly in BC and Alberta, hopefully a little bit of Saskatchewan and Winnipeg. I'm sort of plotting out all the drive times because obviously with a baby you just don't want to be traveling that much on any given day. And it's easy enough to do in BC and Alberta. There's enough towns and gigs to play, but it does get very hard once you go west of the Rockies, or once you go east of the Rockies, I mean, into the prairies. I haven't lived here all that long. I used to live deep in the city. That's the place that I was born. But not a space my mind could fill. And I've seen some of the world. I've seen wonder and adventure. But the Margarita moon came not a moment too soon. Under a Margarita moon, after a Margarita sunset, looking out across the water, where the river is the ocean, and feeling Margarita happy. I feel it surging through my veins. But the Margarita moon came not a moment too soon. And all the waves outside my door, I can no longer live without them. In the misty morning still, let the world do what it will. Oh, as my work days seem to be filled with beauty and frustration, while the clock ticks through its sting, I know what evening will bring. In the shadows of the sun comes Margarita meditation. as the children sing their tune beneath the mulberry moon, under the mulberry moon, after Margarita's sunset, looking out across the water, where the river is the ocean, and feeling Margarita happy. I feel it surging through my veins, but the Margarita came not a moment too soon. Yeah, the Margarita came not a moment too soon. So that is a piece called Margarita Moon, written by Jim Lay. Oh, where did I put the slide bar? Here we go. So this is a unique instrument, also made by the same company, Cole Clark. It's called the Violap. So it's obviously a lap slide guitar. Just shuffle things around here. Where did I put that lead? And it's got the violin holes, so I guess that's why they called it the Violap. This is something that I first saw Ben Harper play when I was little, because he was playing these guitars for them. It's a beautiful sound. This one's called the Gypsy Moon. Okay, David? Started out with a heart of fire, and all these dreams of gold. Put my faith in this deep desire to keep this heart from growing cold. In the night, I wake up to find this love was just a state of my mind. So I run from the setting sun and the truths that we can't bend, from roads that go nowhere to roads that don't end. Another set of bright lights from another hotel room, just to chase the gypsy moon. Say goodbye, and I left alone. Gave my heart to the road, left my family, left my home. Did my best with this heavy load that I still feel. It's chasing me around, lapping at my heels to bring me down. So I run from the setting sun and the truths that we can't bend, from roads that go nowhere to roads that don't end. Another set of bright lights from another hotel room, just to chase the gypsy moon. Love is a flame, burning brightly but so far away. Do we all feel the same? It's a heart too hard to ever change. It's a heart too hard to ever change. My friends ask me why I run, if these flames worth all the cold. What I feel in the setting sun, what I feel in the highway's hold. Well, I said these moments give me something to be. The quest is all that's gonna keep me free. So I run from the setting sun and the truths that we can't bend, from roads that go nowhere to roads that don't end. Another set of bright lights, another hotel room, just to chase the gypsy moon. Just to chase the gypsy moon. That's the Gypsy Moon. That was a title track of an album, and lots of you who were at sort of early shows of mine probably heard me play that song, and you probably heard it on record. It's nice to be able to play that instrument, and it's nice to be doing these sessions because it's sort of halfway between I feel like it's halfway between a full-on performance and just a sit-down practice session, which is nice because for my, like, it's amazing how different it is. Like, I struggle practicing sometimes because when I sit down to practice for some shows coming up, it's very hard, or you're never going to be able to make the same sort of intensity or feeling that you're going to get on stage. So I've always struggled sort of writing songs and then converting them into a live setting, or practicing songs to play live. Sandra says, got that on CD? Have it in the vehicle. 2016 Heartland Hurricanes. Well, that's good to hear. This is the harp guitar, and I want to play a little bit of a work in progress, so I haven't worked out how to play this song on the full thing. Just play the bones of the song from start to finish and see what you think. It's called Light Another Fire. And then hopefully I'll come back at some stage and play like an incredible version on this instrument using all facets. To be honest, I've had this guitar for probably 5 or 6 years, 7, 8 years, I lose track of time. And I'm still really working out how to play it properly. Turned out this road was longer than my dreams were. All my angels left some sweet escape. Who would have known that all this living might leave you? Hiding someplace out on the interstate. Light another fire, just keep burning. Light another fire, just keep burning. Light another fire, just keep burning out. Don't let your love fail now. I see faces in my review sometimes. All these strangers that I left along the way, out here fighting for some piece of their own mind, trying to chase away the dragon and not kill the flame. Light another fire and just keep burning. Light another fire and just keep burning. Light another fire and just keep burning out. Don't let your love fade. Light another fire and just keep burning. Light another fire and just keep burning. Light another fire and just keep burning out. Don't let your love fade. They're the bones of that song anyway. As I said, I'll come back with an incredible rendition on this instrument and hopefully blow you away. Yeah, there's one more that I wanted to play. I'll play it on my traditional guitar, or by traditional I mean the one that I play at every show. I just had a wonderful week on the road up around Sydney. Because Sydney is such a big city, I think it's like the third of Australia's population. And so we could go up there and just play 4 shows in one weekend, and we just got an apartment in the centre. So Emily and Kai came up, and it was nice to kind of be playing shows but not be on the road. So I'm going to do that again in Sydney, and we might do it in Melbourne, and we might do it in Brisbane. But there are lots of gigs scattered around Australia that are all up on the website. And New Zealand too. I'll be coming back to New Zealand, and I'll be playing my first ever tour of 100% all ages gigs, which is exciting. All right, this is the longest title of a song that I have. It's called All the Ghosts Still Talk About an Angel They Once Knew. Thanks again for tuning in today. Thanks as always for support. This is number 6 connection session. It's nice to be doing it at home. I think the general plan is to do every third one, more of a casual one here from home or from a hotel room, or depending on where I am. And then the other 2 with the production crew. That just sort of makes the most sense to me. It's good to mix it up and see different settings, and in this case different guitars. But as always, I appreciate the support. There's a link in the description that has the tip jar if you want to contribute there. All that money just basically goes towards the production of the next session. And there's also some new merch up on the store, and that ships worldwide for free. So you can get t-shirts and vinyl and all the different albums. And most importantly, Emily's famous guitar string jewelry. So you can check that out. I think I put the link down there. If not, I'll send it in an email after this. And have a great day if you're on this side of the world. Have a good evening if you're on the other side of the world. I know the times have changed slightly because our daylight saving is finished here in Australia. So it might be an hour different depending on where you are in the world. But thanks for checking in. Charles, thanks mate. Sandra, John, the super parents, Wymangers. This is all the ghosts still talk about, an angel they once knew. Between the stars in California and the coast in New South Wales, the demons cut some corners, the hellhounds got your tail. Now every part's forsaken, the mystics change each night. The broken hearts keep breaking and the road dogs learn to die. Every dream gets tangled up in blue. All the ghosts still talk about an angel they once knew. Like a West Australian sunset, her every move shifts time. She's flying over the Indian Ocean to find someplace else to shine. And man, there's nothing like some distance. Make you study your mistakes. And no feeling worse than your heart resisting the choices it couldn't make. The type you can't take back no matter what you do. All the ghosts still talk about an angel they once knew. It's funny how some faces will always wind their way into your dreams. Even if your heart can't really face it or find out what it means. Oh, between the Rocky Mountain highways and the dark side of the moon, these northern skies have eyes that feel like spies outside the same room where you used to lying with her. Now you lie and say you're fine, but I love some lonesome drifter you can feel but you can't find. You can't take back no matter what you do. All the ghosts still talk about an angel they once knew. All the ghosts are watching on to catch you every move. They tally up each hut you take and they judge each turn you choose. They all know where you come from. They all know what you've seen. They all fear what you run from. They've all shared your same dreams and they all pray you don't make the same mistakes as them too. Yeah, all the ghosts still talk about an angel they once knew. They've all seen love get tangled up in blue. All the ghosts still talk about an angel they once knew. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Happy connection session number 6. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.